What can I say? What can I say? The inevitable has happened. Inevitable. That's a good word, right? Inevitable. That's a beautiful word. That simply means the unavoidable. Unavoidable. No matter what you do, it's inevitable. It's bound to happen. Either way, it will happen. No matter what you do. This is not up to God, not even the devil. It is up to the laws of man. And when it comes to the laws of man, who holds the card controls the game. Who holds the card controls the game. So we can say whatever. It's inevitable. So guess what? I am not a newscast. I'm not a newscast. I just influence people. I influence people to vote for the PPP. I influence people to make certain decisions, politicians. It has worked. So I am what you call a broadcaster that influences people. In so doing, I don't have to say honorable to anyone I don't think deserve to have that label, because honorable is not a title. It's not an office. It is not a designation. It's a word that people abuse to make themselves appear important, because the word represents finesse, someone of a good nature, a great personality, a noble man, a lady. You know, honorable goes in that direction. So when you're going to call politicians because they find their way in the National Assembly, like the church of the government, I mean of the Constitution, you call them honorable? In the parliament, as a matter of courtesy, not policy, not rules, courtesy. You want to be courteous. Madam, gentlemen, as a matter of courtesy, in the parliament, within the borders of the parliament, you address the members of the parliament as honorable. You expect them to conduct themselves in an honorable way in the parliament. Out of the parliament, I can call them whatever the fuck I want. It's up to me to decide. And I address them based on how I think of them. My perception of those people out of the parliament, I can call them whatever. There is no law that says a citizen must refer to a member of parliament out of the parliament as honorable. Fuck it. So I would never say to none of the Azruddin camp honorable. None of them. On this platform, I am the fucking president. This is my parliament. I am chief of staff. I am the clerk of the fucking show. I am everything. So I don't have to address anybody as no fucking honorable. They are a disgrace to that word. A fucking disgrace to that word. None of the people who have that word associated to their name is anywhere close to the meaning of that word. You know what? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me do this quick. So those fucking idiots understand what I mean. Let me do this quick. Okay. Honorable. The universal meaning for that word, listen now, the universal meaning for the word honorable is showing or deserving respect, honesty, and good moral character. Show me one of the people in the parliament that suits that. Just one. Okay? One of them. I want one person from the National Assembly that was sworn in yesterday. Just fucking one. I'm talking generally. All the people in the parliament that took the oath of office yesterday. Show me one that is honorable based on the word honorable. One. I'm waiting. You can't think of any, right? Me neither. Me neither. So none of them are honorable. Not one. So within the parliament, they can address each other as honorable. They're all like diapers, baby diapers, full of shit. Every one of them. So they can address each other as that in the parliament. I don't have to, because I have no respect for none of them. They don't deserve it. Nothing about their character speaks to the meaning and definition of that word, honorable. So don't try to make yourself look good. It's like they said, oh, the esteemed bishop. His Excellency the bishop, His Excellency the pastor, and he's fucking all the women in the churches, robbing the poor people, lying on the pulpit every Saturday and Sunday, but they want to be labeled esteemed, His Excellency, honorable, the prestigious. Bunch of fucking idiots. Same thing with the parliament. They're all pastors. Yeah. Government is a religion. All the people that took the oath, they're all pastors. They're practicing a religion to corrupt, confuse, and mislead the Guyanese people. Every fucking one of them. Every one of them. All the gallivanting, all the politicking, all the propaganda, all the dramatic, the theatrics, all the big talk, all of that shit. And yesterday, every one of them stood in unity in the parliament. Where was the government? Where was the opposition? Every one of them. Show me your friends and I'll tell you who the fuck you are. Well, the people in the parliament yesterday is the question if you ask Azruddin Mohammed If you ask him, show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are. He can stand up in the parliament yesterday and say, these are my friends. Then I get it. Then I get why nobody from the PNC talked about the Mohammed's crime during the campaign trail. Nobody. Then I understand why nobody from the PNC really fought against the ruling PPP government. None of them. No, the PNC did not criticize the PPP government. They pick and choose what they want to talk about. They pick and choose, pick and choose. They are not campaigning against the PPP. They were campaigning for the votes of the Afro-Guyanese, not against the government. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because the PPP are a bunch of smart people, clever people. Those guys are politicians. They're the real deal. And they have managed to buy every single leader in the PNC. Every one of them. You think the Mohammed bought the PNC? No. The PPP did. All the leaders in the PNC were in the hand of Barra Jagdeo. All of them. Mohammed were just supplying money on demand. He was supplying money on demand. So they were compromised both ways. The PNC were compromised both ways. They had no chance. None whatsoever. Because both the PPP and the Win Party owns them niggers in the PNC. Win is Indian, PPP is Indian. The Indo-Guyanese own the Negroes. The Indo-Guyanese politicians, now we got a new kid on the block that joined the team. The Indo-Guyanese politician is the master. The PNC are the slaves. They're the slaves under Aubrey Norton. Barra Jagdeo owns, as in present tense, owns Aubrey Norton. Barra Jagdeo owns Aubrey Norton. Whatever Barra Jagdeo tells Norton to do, he has to do that. Jagdeo owns Aubrey Norton. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? Well, Dr. Prasad just tells you, I told you I'm your precious gift. I am your precious gift. I just have to get my mouth dirty to talk about those fools who took an oath yesterday. It's a foolish, clownish circus that happened yesterday. It's a circus. With Guyanese looking on and saying, what the fuck did we just do? This is what we voted for? Yeah, we were all played. All of us were played. Now what happened? If you thought that the 12th Parliament was shitty, if you thought the 10th, 11th, 12th Parliament was shitty, well, this one is a fucking mess. The 13th is a mess. It's a cinema. It's a theater. of social media influencers, vagabonds, terrorists, fucking lunatics, criminals, Instagram wannabe stars, TikTok propagandists, you name it, they're there. Every sector they represent. Gay, straight, in between, name it, and they're there. Your representatives, we gave you the 2025, 2030 representatives for Guyana. Onward we go into the ghetto. Onward we go into the ghetto. This ain't a joke. For those of you who are good with numerology, you know the number of the study of numbers linked to astrology. You know, astrology, numerology. Well, Hindus would know about that, right? I'm Hindu. Hindus would know about that. Astrologists, scientists, you know, persons who are into the whole spiritual realm, you would understand the significance of numbers. Okay? 13. Research it. Research this period in human history. Now, we are now in the age of Aquarius. We have entered the age of Aquarius. And the parliament is now the 13th parliament, which will be going for 5 years. 5 years. The number 13 will linger into the energy sphere of Guyana in this time of human experience, the age of Aquarius. Lots of awakening, but the awakening of Guyana under this 13th parliament filled with hooligans and lunatics, that awakening would be a devastating one. A devastating one. It has started. For the next 5 years, it's going to be a chaotic, filled with revolution, violence, crime, death, misfortune, and the gap between the rich and the poor is going to get wider. At the end of the next 5 years, by the time the elections comes around for 2030, every member of the parliament would become super rich. Those who are broke right now would become super rich. Super. They will be the gods, the demigods of Guyana. The 36 from the PPP and the rest from the other side. Every single one of them will be walking on the rest of you. If you think they were arrogant before, if you think they were pompous before, if you think they walked on gold streets and drove in cars that didn't touch the ground, oh, now they'll be flying in cars. Why? Because sometimes the universe needs to let us, let me pull myself out. Sometimes the universe gives us exactly what we deserve. Before the elections, I heard people complaining. The quality of the water is bad. Blackouts all the time with GPL. They can't get this service. They can't get that service. This is bad. That is bad. Complain, 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 fucking plain. They deserve better. But they weren't specific. They deserve better. So the universe thought, okay, your wish is my command. And the universe commanded Win and the others in his team and the PNC team in the parliament, commanded them, go and give them slums and slugs and slugs and slicks who always complained it's never enough or good for them. Give them better struggles. Give them better punishment. Make sure that their pain is better, as in worst better, than what they're used to. And let them go through it for the 5 years. While the people that they have given their votes to, they sold their souls to the Mohammeds for money. Now you're paid. You got what you asked for. It is confirmed. The man took the oath on your souls. It is official. It's fucking over. He took the oath on your souls. Now he controls your destiny. That little piece of Indian flesh and blood controls the destiny of thousands of niggers. You will see what it's like to suffer. Now you'll get a taste of it. Oh yes, you will. It's over. He took an oath on the Quran, not your Bible, the Quran, on your souls. Ain't no going back. It's over. I did my part. I fought to the last breath yesterday. While the session was in progress, I was on my show talking against it, trying to stop it, making sure the universe understood. I am making my statement to the last. Even though that was inevitable and I knew it, I wanted to voice my protest of the process. So I am on record to the last drop. I stood up against it. On record. The universe knows that I tried. But since I am not black, for those of you who never knew that I've said it before, I have said it before. I'm not a black person. This might be of Negroid, because, you know, but this is not black. This is not black. I don't see black. I see Indian. And because I see Indian, I can tell you fucking niggas, you'll suffer. You're going to suffer. I can tell you that. You see, the Indians wouldn't tell you that, but I can. Because I'm both sides. I'm biracial. But I rather to identify with the stronger side of me. The Indian side. So I'm telling the fucking niggas, you are going to suffer. You're going to kiss that billionaire's shoe. He's going to piss on you dogs. And you will think it's manna from heaven. You will believe in the cult that you will touch his used Lamborghini just because he drove inside of it and think you'll be healed of poverty. You might have his picture in your bedroom praying to him. And some of you homosexual niggas, you might be masturbating to that little piece of Indian boy. I don't think any black woman in her right sense will want to fuck him. But you never know. The sisters got to be paid. So if the sisters find some money, they don't mind sucking that little dick. They don't mind. But either way, he is the new god in the ghetto, the prince of the ghetto, the king amongst thieves. And he made his statement yesterday. He is the true president. He won the election. You were waiting for that. You were waiting for that. After you swore the man in, who gives a fuck of his opposition leader or not? That's not important. What's important is we are all equal. All the members of parliament are all equal in the eyes of the Constitution. No one is greater than anyone. In the parliament, nobody is a criminal. Nobody is sanctioned. All the members of the parliament are honorable. Fucking honorable. You're all equal folks. We are colleagues now. Oh, that's my colleague. The Honorable Azruddin Mohammed, sir, colleague in the parliament. Barajagdio in the cabinet. You are the vice president. And out of the cabinet. But in the parliament, you're a member of parliament. So is Azruddin Mohammed. You have to address him, vice president, as honorable. The attorney general, the man that you fucked up and couldn't get him out of the country before the day he swore in. You, the esteemed, exalted man of the law, you would have to address Azruddin Mohammed in the parliament as honorable, not as a criminal sanctioned man waiting to be extradited, but honorable member of the parliament. Madam Home Affairs Minister, you would have to address Azruddin Mohammed as honorable member of parliament. All them prosecutors and all them police that had to perform theater, getting the man arrested and so on, all of them has to address him as honorable member of parliament. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, you do now. It is finished. And on the third day, the Lord arose from the dead, and he declared on the cross, it is finished. The work is done. The struggle is real. Congratulations, Muhammad. You did it. You fought to the end and you won. I am proud of you. Yes, quite an inspiration. Azruddin Mohammed, you have made it absolutely clear that crime does pay. Crime does pay. You just have to be the biggest criminal to reap the benefits of crime. You can't be a pickpocket, armed robber, fly-by-night kind of criminal. You have to be as large as you, sanctioned, indicted. Only then you can hit the jackpot to say, well, the lottery of crime paid off well, because you took an oath in the parliament, and you were seen as equals to all them other people in the parliament, you are the richest one, but the point is, morally, legally, constitutionally, you are equals in the parliament. Fucking bravo. You did it, man. Hats off to you. Crime pays. Crime does pay. You are the criminal in chief. It does pay. And don't worry. I'm going back to the thing I said the other day. The man ain't going anywhere. They already lost the chance. They fucked up their chance of getting rid of the man. They lost it. Now they're going to spend the rest of the time politicking, making excuses, talking about this and that and this law and this time and when we knew it, when we didn't know it, investigation and all that fucking nonsense. They'll be chit-chatting and propagandizing that until the next election. And then close to the next election, they'll try again to get him extradited. They'll try again because they don't want him to run again. But it's over. That case is going to prolong and prolong and prolong, and it's going to quiet and quiet and quiet until it disappears. And you, the Guyanese, would be left with your fucking mouth open. What the heck just happened? Yeah, politics happened. Like I said in my opening remarks, the word honorable doesn't apply to any of them. None of them. They're politicians and they're hustlers. Pimps and hustlers. That's what they are. Don't expect anything good from them. Some of you are dumb. You can buy into their rhetoric. But most of us are smart. Smarter than a lot of them there. So you can see their stupidity and their games from a distance. But that's what the fuck you get. When you gamble on weak politicians, that's what you get. Such a shit show. The same vehicle that you wanted to take from the man, the Lamborghini that you wanted to fucking seize, like a little bitch, he rubbed it in your faces and drove up with all them cops and all them dignity, all them fucking people there. And in his mind, come take it. In his mind, you can see the grin on his face. Hey, look the Lamborghini here. Come and take it. This is what you wanted, right? Well, here it is. There is no niggas here to block your thing. Come and take it. He brought it to their doorstep and they couldn't touch him. They could not touch him. In the same house, they, as in people from the PPP, who sat through the rhetoric from David Hines, the racial, divisional, divisive lies and fake news from David Hines for months. They condemned it. They criticized it. They tried to do all kinds of stuff to censor and sanction the man. They all sat together in the same house with David Hines and witnessed him taking the fucking oath. You would think the professor, who doesn't want to misrepresent them niggas that he represent by sounding too dumb and nervous, you would think he should at least research. What does it do I have to read when I go to swearing? I so solemnly so. You would think he had been practicing, so he wouldn't make a fool of himself and have to have that Manny Paul help him out No, David. That word is no. No, that's a wrong pronunciation. No, you have to say it like this. Pretending like he's shining the light for this lunatic to see in such a bright building. He can't see such a bright building. Why the fuck didn't Azruddin Mohammed sponsor him a new glasses? I mean, come on, glasses are cheap. Heinz, you racist bastard. You couldn't get Campbell, that failure of a businessman. You couldn't get him or Aubrey Norton, that is making billions from government contracts. Oh, yes. Oh, allegedly. Sorry. Aubrey, my bad. Allegedly, you are securing contracts from the Jagdeo Ali government. Aubrey Norton, allegedly. My sources have revealed to me that you are also a government contractor and you are connected to a few contracting firms to which you are knowingly receiving contracts from the government for quite some time. You have gold concessions that you receive under the Ali government. You have gold, you do gold mining, you have construction and all these things. Aubrey Norton, yeah, you're earning money. This is why you didn't mind for the $1 million to let it go. Oh, Campbell, you failed as a businessman. You worked hard, okay, go take it. But he's not the opposition leader, so he couldn't take it. But that's why you, Aubrey Norton, you didn't mind losing because your pockets are well aligned. You and all those side chicks that you have, all them side chicks you have, you're good for the next 20 years. The amount of money you secured in contracts and all them favors to keep quiet from both sides. Why couldn't you have taken 100 US dollars and purchased a better, more modern, maybe a Chinese made pair of glasses for David Hines? I mean, he showed up in the fucking parliament with a suit that he had to get from a Nigerian prince and a fucking pair of glasses from the 50s. No wonder he couldn't see the letters of 2025 because his glasses is programmed for those Roman numerals from the 50s. Now you have these captions of 2025. He couldn't make it out. He couldn't read it. Why couldn't you help the guy to change the glasses so he can at least read what he's seeing? Or can he read? I mean, you watch him sometimes on his live and he's struggling to read. You think it's the glasses, but no, he's using the glasses as a sham. Then he will say, well, you know, the lenses are dirty. I have to clean them. I can't make the word. No fucking Hines, you can't read. That's the problem. You talk, but you can't read. You're the first professor that's illiterate. But anyway, that field that you study is not a field anyway. What fucking African studies? What is it to study about Africans? What? Slavery? What's it to study? You can't read. You're an embarrassment. And all those PPP members who sat and witnessed this fucking lunatic, this racist lunatic David Hines, take the oath of office in the parliament, and you sat there and take it. Let me tell you what I would have done. I would not have been desperate to be sworn in. I wouldn't have been. You understand? If I was amongst the members there, I would have walked out the parliament when David Hines took the oath, Azruddin Mohammed and all the people of Win. I would have walked out. I don't want to be a part of that. Fuck it, put somebody else. I would have done it because I am honorable. That's what you call honorable. I'm not desperate for titles. Fuck is honor parliament members. Well, what's that? What's that? What are you, God, because you're a member of parliament? What's that? With zero standards, zero morals? You sat in a union of fucking criminals, racist, bastards, head criminal. And they're your colleagues. You have to address David Hines as colleagues. The only thing on David Hines' mind Not just Heinz. The only people who talks about poverty are the black politicians. They are so obsessed with poverty that they can't see any mechanism of how they can influence, inspire, challenge their constituent, their black constituents, to triumph over poverty. It's not possible because they themselves can't come to the realization that they are no longer poor. Every day they wake up wishing they were poor. But because somehow they get lucky and they become politicians and they're getting payback wherever, they still walk around with poverty on their mind, and everything comes out of their mouth is poverty. They keep spewing it all the time. So the blacks who are observing what these people are saying, they're internalizing these rhetorics. And this is why they can't improve their lives. Because their leaders only talk about poverty. Listen to the black people in the parliament. Only fucking poverty. The Indians talk about progress, development. What's the next step? Listen to Jagdeo. What's the next step? Where we go from here? But the blacks stuck in fucking poverty. They're stuck there. And these are the people you cheer. Let me make a prediction to you. The next 5 years are going to be terrible for black people. Terrible. Do you see how many blacks are dying on the roadways? And speaking of deaths, why the fuck is that police officer, that rookie, that fucking addict, rum addict or junkie, that female rum junkie that murdered that 15-year-old boy? How the fuck is she on bail? I mean, she gets 500,000 Guyana dollars bail, but Azruddin got 150,000. She was drunk and made an accident that killed a teenager. Wasn't premeditated, but the man who premeditatedly killed the Guyanese economy by robbing the taxpayers, associated with drugs, crime, arms, ammunition, transnational crimes, you name it. And he got first time 200,000, and the second time 150,000 Guyana dollars. You see how the system is corrupt? The system is corrupt, and that tells you that the Mohammeds owns the judicial system and the fucking politicians. They own both of them. That female cop, that rookie, that murdered that guy, that boy, because she drank too much and was racing to get to work because she's late. Maybe she slept over or slept wherever and realized, oh shit, I gotta get to work. With a rum in her system, race like women usually do. I mean, women that are sober and they're not late for anything, they don't stop for nothing. Whether they have the right of way or not, they fucking race. Female drivers. That's when they're sober. Imagine one that is fucking drunk and late for her job. Imagine that. But my point is, you see the curse that continues to be heaped on the heads of the Afro-Guyanese. This is what is rippling down from the leaders. All the people who endorse the PNC and the Win Party that are black people will fucking suffer. Will suffer. More deaths, more poverty, more misfortune. Watch it. Because the curse of the leaders will be extended to the people. Watch it and you'll see. Crime has not reduced. Every day there's a robbery. Every day there's theft, murder. Every day. You see, terrorism is a new thing now. Terrorism is a new thing now. And the same people now that are involved in terrorism, they have one thing common with black people. They have one thing common with black people: crime. It's easy to get them and pay them to commit crime. Easy. You give them some money, a nigga will kill his brother for the money. That's how simple it is to control black people. Give them a raise. And now that Azruddin Mohammed has their soul in his pocket, you're fucking doomed, you stupid Negroes. That's what you brought in yourself. You can't take it back. Even if that man goes to prison, he's taking your souls with him. And that prison sentence ain't coming anytime soon. Don't worry what Jagdi or Sarah Ali say. Mohammed ain't going anywhere because they fucked up. The government screwed up. Their only chance of getting the man out, they ruined it. I am now beginning to doubt if they really wanted him out in the first place. I'm beginning to doubt. You have all the cards in your hand. The Americans did everything they could to rid Guyana. They helped Guyana in every way possible. Donald Trump went out of his way to keep Guyana safe from the threats in Guyana and out of Guyana. And this is how you thank the people? By conspiring to keep the Mohammeds in the country because you want to have an opposition you can control? None of the people from WIN, they're not going to cross over to the PNC. The Mohammeds already bought every person in his camp. That is why he can say with confidence that he will be elected the opposition leader. With confidence. Because he knows everybody in the WIN camp, the 16 persons, he owns them. I ain't talking owns as in believe he owns them. Literally owns them. The power of money. 40-something billion he has to pay the guy in the government. Or maybe more. 40-something billion. If he gave every one of his people 100 million, it's 16 persons, right? 16. You subtract that 1.6 billion from 40 billion. How much you have left? 38 billion, 400 million. He still has a lot of money. If he gave all of them 100 million, that they will never see if it weren't for him. You think they're going to say, oh no, we're going to cross over with the PNC and we are going to elect Campbell for the opposition leader? No, 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 no. PNC people are going to vote for WIN for Azruddin also. If Manzoor Nadir does like Anil Nandalal and Manzoor Nadir, the Speaker of the House, convene a time for them to elect an opposition leader, unless Manzoor Nadir knows for certain that Azruddin is not going to be elected, he should not make any day available for the election of the opposition leader. Keep postponing it. You can't risk it. We already have this embarrassment to deal with the 13th Parliament. The number 13 speaks of disaster, disappointment, death, evil, a rough time. Whenever Friday falls on the 13th, how many of you are scared of that day? You don't go on the road, right? You stay home. You pray all day. You fast for that day. You're so afraid of Friday the 13th. Even if your birthday falls on the 13th day of the month, consider how much disasters you have in your life. Now you have the 13th parliament to contend with for the next 5 years. You expect something good? The parliament began with the leader of the opposition, not sworn in, not legitimate, but just gossiped around, wanted by the American federal system. The parliament was sworn in with a man who has a criminal sentence over his head, with a team of people who are sanctioned. You started on a bad note. You started with negativity. You started with toxicity. That is your beginning. It's like the first thing you wake up in the morning, you cuss your wife, or you tell your husband something disrespectful, or you look at something that is nasty. Your whole day is messed up. That's why they say when you start the morning, start with some prayer, peaceful thoughts, positive thoughts. Drink some water the first thing. Don't go drink alcohol. You just wake up, you're going to put the cigarette in your mouth, or some fucking stinking marijuana you want to smoke. First thing you wake up, you put that poison in your body. That's why your whole day is fucked up, messed up. But if you wake up the first thing in the morning, you take some water, wash all that slime and all that toxic thing in your body, get your stomach clean and prepared for something pleasant after that. Drink some bitter, some lemon juice. That's why when you get up in the morning, before you get out of your house, you take a shower, you wash all the night sweat. You start with positivity, good energies, good vibrations. But you start the 13th parliament with a bunch of fucking criminals. The beginning of the session. And you expect the next 5 years to be good? When you start it bad, the universe delivers what we ask for. It delivers. The fact that you can have those people in the parliament, Azruddin Mohammed, David Hines, and all the others, Shara Duncan, and all the others. Oh, a quick question. A quick question. This guy, London, and the cute lady, the model, what's her name again? The forward Guyana woman, Amanza. A question. You see, I ask questions, you know. I ask questions. I'm a teacher by nature. And to know that my students understand, I ask questions from time to time. I interject. So I'm interjecting. What's it with Amanza and London? What's it with the two of them? Is there something, you know, on the hand? Is there something there? I mean, I see a chemistry. I would think that Amanza would be attracted to men like me. But I don't see anything in that guy that, I mean, but what's there? What's there? A question. It's a question. I'm not speculating. A speculation might be a statement. I'm asking a question. Anyway, you start the parliament with a bunch of lunatics and losers, pimps and hustlers, social media pundits, racist, ratist, nasty vagabonds. And you expect the next 5 years to be good? We'll see. Oh, and to close things off for today, I want to respond to someone sent me a post with Azruddin and President Ali making a comparison about their looks. Here was my answer to that. I mean, by nature, Dr. Prasad, by nature, I was born good looking. When my mother pushed me out, I was already handsome. I was already sexy at birth. So I lived all my life. Even now, I don't show it. No, I don't show it. Because, you know, what's the point? But all my life, I'm attractive, I'm hot, I'm sexy, I'm that, you know, whatever. I was born this way. However, if I have to choose between Mohammed's suits and President Irfan Ali's fat belly and the way he dresses, what you think I'll choose? I mean, common sense. As a man, what do you think I'll choose? You see, whether my belly has some fat around it, that wouldn't change the size of my dick. My dick ain't gonna get small if I get some fat around my belly. No, I'll still see my dick. My belly would have to really be big for me not to see that dick. I'll still see it. But I'd rather be the president, the most powerful man in the country, that is respected around the world, that is honored, clever, a political genius, like President Ali with that belly, than to be a fucking criminal waiting to be sentenced, dressed in suits that anybody can afford. Anybody can afford it. In Saudi Arabia, they drive fucking taxis in Lamborghini. In Dubai, they drive taxis in Lamborghini. In a lot of countries, police cars are Lamborghinis. Ain't nothing special about that. Anybody who is crazy enough to smuggle drugs, commit high crimes, can become a millionaire. But it takes a class act. It takes God's blessings. Say what you want about Barajaglio and President Ali. Say what you want about them. I'll even give respect to David Granger and Donald Rumata. I'll give respect to them. It takes divine intervention and divine favor for any man to be anointed a president. It doesn't take looks. It doesn't take class. It's fucking divine favor. God itself must pronounce on that. So you look at Mohammed's suit. You see this suit here that I'm wearing? Double-breasted, it's called. It's called double-breasted. I'm not a billionaire. This is the same suit Mohammed has worn to the parliament yesterday, the same fucking suit. We bought it from the same place. Yes, the same suit he wore, I can afford it. You understand me? The suit that President Ali wears, I have a lot of them. It doesn't take a genius or a billionaire or a president to wear a fucking suit. Anybody can wear a suit. But it takes a divine, blessed man to be elected, anointed president. So give me that fat belly any day if it means I'm going to be president. But you can keep the fucking Lamborghini and the sanctions and the suits if it means I'm going to be Mohammed. I don't want that. Give me the president any day. So President Ali, wear your belly proud, brother. Walk proud. At least you're not a midget, you're tall. It doesn't look that bad. And anybody can lose weight. If it doesn't keep you back, look, president, mano a mano. By the way, I don't like the fact that, you know, your people did not made a good arrangement for us to meet the last time I was there. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. All right, I must let you understand that. But I don't hold it against you. I know you were not aware of the whole thing. I don't hold it against you. But tell those people stop using your name to get favors. Now, we're still good. President Ali, we're still good. You won't come on my show because, you know, I'm controversial. I don't want you to look bad and then they're going to start protesting and say, yeah, he's standing with the most racial black man on the internet. Look, he's endorsing Dr. Prasad. This man is so racial. He's so divided, divisive. He's this, he's that. No, President Ali, I would not associate myself or you. I get it. You have to be what you have to be. But I'm saying this to you, sir. You got a fine wife there, very beautiful woman. As long as your dick works, and from the time you see that woman, you're like, oops. As long as that is good, you don't give a fuck what they say about your dress. You like the white stuff, it looks cute. You know, don't put black stuff on it. We know it's not natural. Wear your beard how you wish. Wear your suits however the fuck you wish. You know it looks good on you. Wear it proud. After all, you are the president. The second time, and guess what? Listen to a secret. If you can change the Constitution and extend term limits for presidents, you're going to cash in on a third term. I can guarantee you. So you don't adjust yourself to suit anybody. Wear your sneakers, brother. Wear your suits. You don't feel like wearing a tie? Fuck it, don't wear the tie. Dress to please yourself. Guyanese people did not vote for you because of how you dress. Them lunatics that are following the Mohammeds, they're following him because of how he dress. They're seeing themselves wearing those cheap suits. If I can afford a fucking suit, it's cheap. I don't buy nothing expensive. If there's more than $200, fuck it, you can keep it. Anybody can get those things. And them niggas just want to be cool. They like the populace, you know? Populace. But my warning, if Guyanese don't stop this nonsense, and you don't do your best, President Ali, to make sure that the Mohammed guy and his father and his team are extradited, the PPP is in big trouble for the next election. The PPP is in big trouble for the next election. Remember, the young people now are going to age by 5 years eligible to vote. You don't want this populist kind of mentality entering the minds of the people when it comes to elections. You don't need that. Deal with this thing now. Manzoor Nadir, no special sitting for no opposition. The parliament is convened, and that's important. That's it. You did what you had to do constitutionally. That's it. No special sitting. Don't let the man go and hide under the Constitution to save himself and the others. Is going to prolong that case. You have a chance now to save the country. Save the country. Namaste.